Nation, your boy Leo Gambler. You already know who it is. What can I say? Very, very impressed with the Washington Redskins today. I thought they did a good job. Nobody expected them to win, really. NFL Network, ESPN, they had them getting blown out or whatever. And I really, really can't think of somebody, picking them to win, media-wise. But even the people from D.C. were saying that they were going to lose. And you know what? Rightfully so. They were going into a dome, real loud. The Saints were going to be into it. They're pissed off. They're mad at the world for what they went through. And they were going to take it out on the Redskins. But guess what? We have a guy named RG3 now. He's a pretty good quarterback. And he didn't back down at all. The boy came to play on Sunday. That was one of the keys that I had in my last video. How was he gonna do? During the course of the game, was he gonna step up or was he gonna go into a little cave and hide? And nah, the boy came out. He was amazing. Like I said, nobody seen that coming. He really played more more better than I anticipated, coming into the game. And that was one of my keys. The second key was our defense versus Drew Brees. Our defense, I would say it was a C-. I'm going to give them a C- this game. The game really could have really got away from the Redskins if it wasn't for our offense this time. When was the last time you go back into a game and talk about the Redskins offense? It's been a long time. Most of the time it's the defense doing it. But this time, you know what? The defense was going to go against Drew Brees, and they needed help, plain and simple. Drew Brees was going to come out and do what he was going to do, and he did it. But nobody expected the offense that Washington came in with into the stadium, and they did it. But like I said, any other year with Rick Roseman under the helmet, we would have got our ass kicked. The game would have easily been a blowout. But that's not the case this year. It's a whole new year. And like I said, I didn't see this coming at all, That was two of my keys in the game. And, I'm not going to say that happened, but it was pretty positive, signs going into the season. Fred Davis, I thought was another key. He really didn't do much. He had a beautiful catch. He had a beautiful catch, and I'll give him that. But like I said, big win. I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I'll make videos or whatever. Hopefully you guys like them or whatever. Breaking down the Redskins as best as I know how. But yesterday I went to the mall. I went to the mall and I was walking around. And I betted this guy at the bank. He's a security guard at the bank. And I bet him, if he wins, I have to buy him a Saints shirt. And if I win, he has to buy me a Redskins shirt. That was the bet, right? So we betted like about a week ago, and I went to the mall yesterday, and I actually, believe it or not, I actually bought the Saints shirt. It's right here. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if you guys can really see it. Man, it's kind of dark in here. Maybe you can see it right there or whatever. There's a logo right there, Yeah, I bought him a Saints shirt anyways. Like I said, it's right there. I bought him a Saints shirt. And thinking that we were going to lose, I was like, why am I going to come back to the mall, Fuck it. I'm already here. Buy the jersey, and it is what it is. I'll give it to him tomorrow. I was going to go back to the bank tomorrow. But now, he has to give me a shirt. Hopefully he gives me a RG3 shirt, the little shirt with the little print or whatever. That'll be great. That's awesome. I asked the lady at the mall, when I was taking off, I was like, hey, can I come back on Monday just in case we win, and return it and get my money back or have an exchange for a different shirt? She was like, yeah, no problem. Just keep a receipt. So I'll be going back tomorrow, with my head, held up high, and get my money back or get something else. Like I said, nobody's seen this coming. I'm not going to brag. I'm not going to talk shit. New Orleans Saints, you know what? Y'all did what y'all did. That's real cool. Y'all didn't beat us. And that's pretty much it, I'm not that type of person that's going to be like, yeah, we're all that. Nah. I was impressed. I really was. All right? Redskins all day, every day. Rocking, Mr. Sean Taylor, number 21, 75th anniversary. You know how we do, Always a Redskin. Once a Redskin, always a Redskin. All day. Peace.